Hello and welcome back to another Life of Riley podcast episode with me, Jamie.
Me, Michael.
Me, Dad.
Some say Dad is that old. He was there when the first light bulb was switched on.
Wasn't in his brain though.
No, it definitely wasn't in his brain.
No.
So,
Jealous.
yes, this, as you all know, this is the podcast where me, my brother, and our father, only on paper as he says, speak about everything and anything. This isn't a podcast where we pretty much have a subject. It's all just whatever we fancy talking about at the time. So last episode we were talking about mysteries and weird things and unexplained. And we thought we'd carry on from that because everyone loves a good mystery and an unexplained story. So, yeah, we're going to carry on. Britain has, as everyone knows, Britain has a few weird little things going on. We are weird people. We do have a shit ton of history. And I mean, we have a lot of history. So we have a lot of stories for the world. I think when it comes to weird places, it's pretty much... Have you noticed all weird and unexplained things always happen around like moors or like certain like Peak District or place like that? You know, like it's always
Very specific. I need to say Pacific.
no, it's always in fuck middle of nowhere, innit? It's always it's always in some creepy ass village where if you drive through, you know you can't stop because you don't belong.
Where the Romans have probably been.
Actually, me and Michael have said this, right? Me and Mike, there's a village Michael knows. In fact, it is also it's the village of Carlton. In fact, so every time we go through
about that one, yeah.
So we were saying every time we go through there, me and Michael get this feeling where we're not allowed to stop and we're not allowed in. And if you do go into the local pub, it's pretty much like like the film American Werewolf in London, where they're all when them two obviously they're both in the pub at the beginning. They're all the locals are like, don't be going across the moors at this time. Or don't go. We always feel like
it's one of them pubs where you walk in the door and everyone
looks
quiet. Just all look, all go quiet.
Or they're like, and then they lock the door, and then we'll be like, "Why are you locking the door? Sorry, boys, for your own safety, we can't."
You have garlic and that hanging on the door.
Sorry, boys,
windows and
we
shit.
can't let you out.
Wolf being everywhere.
You can imagine us two walking in going...
Bring out your
You
dead.
get bed at the steak.
Bring out your dead. So,
Bring out your dead.
Yeah, so me and Michael always say, as in, when I go through that village, we don't stop because we're like, I bet you this is a village where if you did get to know the locals, because it's not a very big village at all, like if you get to know the locals in a pub, I bet you've got some like weird stories or some shit, and they're like, yeah, when my granddad was a young'un, he was up at the bank one day, and they had this weird big ass, and it couldn't have been the dog because the only person that had a dog at the time was the old farmer Mick down the road. You know, them kind of stories where they're like, he had 6 legs and had like fucking 4 eyes and stuff. You know, them type of looks. And you're like, I don't know if this is just a local story or you're clearly off your tits on catnip. Like, are you okay, mate?
Catnip.
Like, are you okay? So whenever we drive through, the windows go up, the music goes down, and we get the fuck up out of Dodge as quick as we can because we're like, yeah, we're definitely townies.
Let's just hope nobody from Carlton Village ever watches this.
The windows.
Wouldn't it be funny if the commented saying, yeah, he's not wrong, actually. I'm a local, right? And I moved out because when I used to go to the pub when I was 18, our farmer Fred would always tell these weird stories. It's like, yeah, okay, mate. But then it is, and do you know what? We laugh about it, but when you go through the village, it looks like one of those villages where they have, like, oh, that was it. That's how I explained it.
It's a beautiful little village.
It is gorgeous, but it looks like a village that has its own secrets, and the outside world doesn't know about them. You know when you get them villages where they're very close knit and no one knows about
a little bit like Dog Soldiers.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah,
it's pretty much right. I bet you that village has its own secrets and the outside world don't know about it.
They've got relations upstairs in the attic that they don't show.
And I bet you,
right, about the public.
I bet you there's one farmer that has a big fuck off barn with loads of cars in, right? And the reason there's loads of cars is because little dickhead tourists, right, or hikers, always go walking, and they know they shouldn't go walking on the 12th of May at 12 o'clock because they go missing, and because they don't want the story getting out, right? They'll
He puts all the
fuck
cars
me.
in the back.
Yeah, they go up the next day to get the missing person's car, stick it in the barn, and the world don't know about it. It looks like one of those villages. It's gorgeous, but I'm telling you, it's got some fucking secrets.
It's
And one of
not
the days
that.
I'm going to find out.
Just leave him alone. Bless him.
I'm not picking on him. I'm just saying. Listen, you got to stop being so quiet. I've never seen anyone out in the outside. Every time I've gone through at night, there's never been anyone outside. Never.
I've never noticed either.
If
Yeah,
anyone,
see, because they're all inside, because they know the monster up the top of the bank's out. That's why I'm going, fuck
Yeah,
that.
the monster up the top of the back is probably one of those townies in a car.
No, it's not. It's not. They're like,
If
close the shutters. Close the fucking shutters.
if anyone from Carlton's either watching or listening, and you've seen a grey Ford car go past with the windows up, the music
Ford
down,
Focus.
and-
grass.
and Jamie's foot also going down to about 70, and just zooming straight past there, it's us.
Diesel.
It's us.
A 1.6 litre diesel.
Right, why use why use grass and meat? Use them in the car as well, you little
Yeah, but you're driving.
It's a 69 plate.
Why
Right,
don't you
fuck
just
it,
give
yeah.
him the registration?
Just remember, right? Just remember,
That's going to
guys.
have to be edited, isn't it?
No,
No.
just remember. No, because mine's not the only 69 reg fucking Ford, Dad.
Bow, chicka, wow, wow. Sorry.
And just to let you know, right? Seems I'm getting grassed on. You being in the car makes you an accessory, so pipe the phone.
I'll plead the fifth.
The only reason I come tear ass and do that down at the end is because
Well,
I
we're
know,
supposed to be talking about mysteries, not bloody Carlton Village.
that's what I'm saying. It's one of those creepy villages that has secrets, and I fucking promise you now.
We won't be
Well,
investigating the church.
Before I'm 6 foot under, I'm finding your secrets out. Listen, Farmer Fred, I'm farming that barn. Yeah, Farmer Fred, you ain't hiding that barn forever, mate. I'm finding those cars. I'm getting that.
Hey,
secret.
Jamie. It might be that farm that we seen when we were on the top
Are you
of the hill.
joking? It's like, the one that we didn't know existed.
Yeah.
Get this, Dad. Actually, we were on top of Carlton Bank, right? As we've all been, sat on the bench, fucking sat there. All of a
Beautiful
sudden,
view.
we seen these car headlights, and we thought, where the fuck is he going? There's no road there.
Over there, didn't you know?
No, listen, yeah, we knew, but not this one. We were like, bear in mind, we're looking in front of us, down the bottom of the bank. It's right in front of us. No, in fact, it's halfway up the bastard bank.
Mm.
We're looking in front going, there's no road there.
There's houses down there.
Yeah, we can see the houses that we know, but this thing's halfway up the hill,
Yes,
In the middle
that's
of
what
the
I mean.
tweez.
right?
Yeah,
Next
there's
thing you know-
houses in there.
Yeah, and then he pulls in, right? He turns around. Well, he doesn't. He obviously pulls into a fucking turn-in. There's a bastard barn there. And I'm like, where did that come from?
Hey, Jamie, do you know what he might have been doing? Stashing a car.
Yeah, that's the barn all the cars are in. Fred, you need to let the truth out, mate. Anyway, so have you ever heard of, if I don't say it, because Julie will get upset if I don't say it, have you ever heard of Todd Morden? Fuck me,
Yes.
what a place. Oh, God, I hate the place. That is apparently well known for an alien situation that went on. I don't know too much about the story because Julie told me once she mentioned alien, believe me, my brain switched off and I just did not pay attention after she said that.
We're not about aliens. We're not about mysteries, not aliens.
Aliens a mystery.
Yeah. It's the
No, they're
town.
not.
It's the
Yeah.
town of Todd Morden.
Yeah,
I
the
know where
town-
Todd Morden. I know about Todd Morden.
Oh, what a shithole. So anyway, right, so Julie dragged us all around to go and find all these different places.
Waste of
And
time.
I'm thinking, ain't nothing happened up here. I'm fuck telling you now. There's nothing happening up here. Graveyard though. We found the graveyard. I don't think I've ever been to a graveyard that has the headstones so compact.
Where was that?
On top of the hill, that the church is now being turned into a house.
Oh, yeah.
And the graveyard's over the road. And I went, stay down, go and have a look. So I went in. I came straight back and went, fuck that. And what was that? The creepiest graveyard I've ever been in. All the gravestones are that close to borderline being on top of each other. It is just fully dense with dead people. I thought, probably great for an
Well, it wouldn't be fully
investigation.
dead to a laugh, people, would it?
Depends on how crazy they all are up there.
Does she come from Grangetown?
I wait there because I need to be up early in the morning. I'm going to be up at 2 o'clock.
Right. Well, what are the other mysteries of this bloke that you watch on YouTube?
I bet you when he got as far as Canic Chase and stopped watching him.
No.
We name another one then?
There's skinwalkers and stuff like that. Cryptics, or whatever they call them.
Well, you must have a...
The
you must have a
Mothman, stuff
thought
like the
on it.
Mothman.
You
No, I
must
don't
have a-
believe in them. I'm just curious. I didn't say I believed in them.
Yeah,
just
but what's your
curious as
thought
to-
on it?
Curious. I have no thoughts on it. I'm just curious.
Would you on purposely go to America to try and look for it?
No, I wouldn't go to the United States. Not if there's anyone from America listening. I mean, no disrespect, but it's one place I would never go to. I've never fancied going there. I don't want to go there. We've got enough mysteries in this country and the rest of Europe than what the United States has ever had.
What should we talk about when we went to Eggleston
And
Abbey?
some of the mysteries in this country go, and especially Europe, go way back before the United States was even a country when the natives were still running it.
Right, no one cares about America, Dad. Right, should we talk about?
It's a good idea. That's got out of hand.
Should we talk about when we went to Eggleston Abbey? Because we both seen it. I went with you and we seen it, didn't we? The motherfuckers walking up the stairs, and then I went with you and we seen it as well. Then we had that baby. Can you
I
remember?
was first.
Oh, when that stairway disappeared.
Yeah, Dad.
We had the baby. We saw the stairway disappear. It went all black, didn't it? Just all went
Yep,
off. And
yep.
It was a full moon. The moon was out.
But
And
when
it lit the stairways up. But when we looked, it just sort of like woof. It just disappeared.
But when me and Jamie went, we actually seen people, like 2 different types of spooks. I don't know what that is. I think that's an alien.
Yeah, it's a dead spider.
So we seen. Was it monks and jocks? Sorry, Scottish people.
We seen monks, we seen jocks, we seen women in Victorian dresses. Yeah, the thing is, right? We were sat on. I think it was a tomb. Well, it was a tomb because
Do you know the one that?
no one in it.
Do you know the one that Oliver laid in? Yeah.
Yeah, I know which one. Yeah, I've got a picture of him later.
That
Right,
one.
anyway,
That's
so
where
we were sat on
sat.
that. We stopped recording at this point because 1, it was nothing fucking was happening. 2, it was too cold, and 2, we were tired. Right, done. Video's done. We were happy. So we were sat down. Mate, I was rolling the ciggy, and I just looked over towards obviously where the room is at the back.
Mm-hmm.
I think my fucking eyes been itching. Michael, what? You seen this? Fucking hell, yeah. What's that? And then we were in such awe of what we were looking at. We didn't speak. We didn't say anything. We just sat there for a good 10 minutes. And I mean, 10 minutes when you're seeing dead people is a fucking lifetime. Watching this, I think what they call residual energy,
Yeah.
right? We were watching all these different people from different time periods walking past each other like they were going on, like, about with a day-to-day business. Not paying attention to each other. They weren't, like, acknowledging each other or anything. They were just walking past each other, going up and down the stairs. There was people going into the room. There was people coming out, and we were sat there like, and
We
not
were
once,
literally gobsmacked.
not once did we think about going for the camera because I think we were more like,
Did they take any notice of you?
no, not once. We didn't even try and speak to them.
No.
We were
You
just,
didn't get up and try to walk over or.
oh, we were that in awe, and we were taking it in that much. We just sat and watched like it was a telly. We just sat and watched. Didn't go for any equipment. Didn't go for the videos. We were very much get fucked. Like we're literally seeing.
But it
Spirit.
didn't click in our brains that we were literally seeing dead people. It just didn't click because we were just like, what's going
Like,
on?
it was that obvious. Like it wasn't. Oh, I think I seen someone like no. We're watching people walking about,
It was clear cut.
and it was the maddest thing because they were just going about on the day-to-day business. You know, like probably because it was an abbey, they were probably going to pray and then crack on with the rest of the day or whatever. And it was, but because there was.
So what about the Victorians? And if you saw them in Victorian dress, obviously that abbey would have been in a ruin like it is today.
I've no
Yeah.
idea. But there was like people
Unless
from,
they were visiting it.
possibly,
like
but
the Jews were.
there was just people from different time periods.
It was crazy.
Yet they weren't, like I said, they weren't acknowledging each other either.
Each other.
So it's like to them, no one else was there but them.
Could have been a time displacement.
I don't know what the hell that is, but
That's
Like-
a mystery.
it was just. It was one of those things where I think especially if you're a paranormal investigator, if you reach for your equipment, you're a dick because you probably just were like, this is the holy grail of paranormal stuff. And I don't think the first thing that'd come into your head is
Could you hear them
equipment out.
talking? Could you hear them walking?
No.
No, like that was it. Just
We could just see them.
no sounds.
No.
No, just see them. it was silence.
Bloody hell.
And it was like
Where was it? Eggleston Castle?
Eggleston.
Eggleston. Oh, we'll have to go
Eggleston
back
Abbey.
But it was like we've never seen anything like it since. It's
then.
in fact,
It might come across again.
Every
In
time we've...
fact-
Hang on a minute, Jim. Every time we've gone to Eggleston Abbey, it's never let us down. We've always got something.
Yeah. And that day was the pinnacle. It was the...
That we'd
We'll go
finished...
back to Eggleston Castle again. I mean, like you say, when we
Abbey.
heard that was definitely a baby we heard crying.
Mm.
And that fog just fucking hell, God knows where that come from. It just, it was there like that. You click your fingers and then it went basically the same.
Yeah, it just left.
But it didn't feel like fog though, did it?
No.
It wasn't cold, it wasn't wet, it wasn't out like that. It was still like bloody warm summer's night, wasn't it?
well, Barnard Castle's got a history, hasn't it?
Well, the thing is...
got
You,
history.
you can't get in there on a night time, no Barnard Castle.
The thing is, though,
It's all
Jamie,
gated off.
when we heard that baby, we were in exactly the same place as we were when we seen the people on that walking up the stairs. Exactly the same place. Because I told you, didn't I? I said this is where we.
As you know, me being what you say, skeptical and curious. Even I went, "What the fuck was that? That was a baby crying,
But even then, like,
full-fledged baby crying."
we didn't stop and try and like go. Oh, even though we're not recording, let's try and make contact or anything. We only stopped because Michael was rolling the cig.
Yeah.
The only reason we stopped, and I just thought, "Fucking sit down."
Yeah,
And it's just when we were looking up, he was rolling. I just looked up and said, "What the wait, what? We've just come from there. Where's that come from?" And I thought, Michael, can you see someone going up the stairs? And you're not fucking alright, yeah. And it was like the longer we were watching, the more they were coming. So at first, when he clocked one,
didn't you try and say something to some of them? You try and shout at them or?
no, we were totally
just
in awe.
totally in awe of it, yeah.
It
We were
makes
literally-
sense. It makes sense because there was monks there.
Yeah.
Obviously, because it's an abbey.
Yeah, the old abbey, yeah.
But the jocks also invaded it as well.
Yeah. So what were the Victorians doing there?
They might, like you
But
said, they might have been
Barnard
visiting.
Castle,
Yeah, they might have been visiting it or stealing the stones like they were.
yeah, but in all fairness, right, Barnard Castle, the village itself is old, so that probably was like a place where they used to go and have picnics or something back in the day, probably.
What's Barnard Castle got to do with that? With Eggleston?
Because it's right next to it. It's literally
But
part of Barnard
it's
Castle.
two different places.
But it's closer to Barnard than it
I
is
think
to
I think the Victorians would only be visiting Bowes Museum. The Bowes was
Nah,
it?
see, no, it's known for them to have picnic and stuff up there.
Yeah.
I'll take your way.
Because it's beside the river, innit? People are, it's beside the river. But
Yeah.
it was, the weird thing is as well, not one bit of it felt scary.
No.
Not one bit of it. It wasn't creepy, it wasn't scary.
You didn't feel uneasy or anything like that?
No. We were literally just sat there watching these spirits go about the business.
Or whatever the way, yeah.
Yeah, just going about the business. Not one of them looked, not one of them came towards us, not one of them ran off. It's like we didn't exist to them. They couldn't see us, and they couldn't see the other people with them either.
But they were going into the room and then up the stairs and then through the little door near the stairs. That it was mental.
They were going everywhere. And we were
There's nothing at the top of them stairs, is there? It was so.
It used to be the
I know it used to be something there, yeah, but
Living
I mean
quarters.
now.
used to be the living quarters, yeah. But yeah, it was mental.
Yeah, like you say, we've been at Eggleston Castle a few times.
Abbey.
Saying that,
Abbey
actually,
Castle, same bloody thing as
there is one instance where both, which is Rex, I think it's the first and only time it's ever happened, is where me and Michael have both been shit scared at the same time.
Mm.
I don't care if you say
I know Jamie has been once.
Yeah.
So you know Walton Graveyard, don't you?
What was that?
You know what? So we went there
Yeah,
once.
doesn't bother me at all.
We were really struggling for location. We thought, oh fuck it, we'll just go there. It's local. I haven't really got the fuel for anything else. Fuck it, we'll go there. And we sat there and doing an investigation, and not much is going on. We even went there when it was still daylight, but at this point it was night. It was dark, and we're going. And we were sat on the bench, probably rolling another fag. We were sat on the bench, and Mike went, "Can you feel that?" I was like, "Fuck, yeah." The floor was literally rumbling, and I mean, it was you could feel it in your feet, and I was like,
this was in the summer, so there's no thunder and lightning or clouds anywhere.
Yeah.
nothing. It was like I can. It felt like it was a fucking stampede coming. And I was like, I can feel it, and it stopped. And I was like, all right, that was fucking that threw us a bit. because we weren't asking questions at the time. We were probably having a break.
Mm.
And I swear to God, from the right hand side of us, where all the graves are and stuff, we heard the most horrific scream we have ever heard. And I mean, it wasn't like, oh, did you hear that? It was, no, you didn't. You would have heard it. There was no, it wasn't faint. And when I say horrific, I mean like,
It's like a blood
Like
curdling
blood-curdling.
scream. Yeah.
yeah, like she's getting either murdered or she is fucking scared, or like she is generally trying to terrify us. At first we were frozen.
And why didn't
Right.
you go and investigate it and have a look?
We tried, so
Yeah, we have.
I said to Michael, fuck this, I'm going to the car. It really threw me up. I was generally terrified because it was loud, and I mean it just froze you. I was like, it got to a point where I thought, shit, do we generally have to call someone? Because like a woman's like, you know, being murdered or she's in distress in some way.
I would have went and had a look, yeah.
Right.
Personally.
So we went to the car, we shone our torch up to the castle because we thought, you know where we're going with this. We thought if there's a car and there's a couple up there, you get me gist, we might thought, yeah.
Something's going on.
Yeah, like some lads clearly doing something shouldn't. So we shone our torches up because we put our equipment in the car because we thought if we have a look up, I mean, this is how much it threw us. If we look up the road and there's a car and there's a lad and a lass, game on.
Yeah. We
We're,
find.
we're about to go and kick fuck out this lad, you know, you know, no doubt about it, because of how horrific it was. Michael thought. So we looked, nothing in sight.
Isn't there some houses just down the road from there, though? There's some houses next to it, isn't there?
No, not that close enough where that would have happened.
Yeah. No.
So we went back in. I'm shit to myself, right? Michael's like, right, that threw me, but there's no way it can happen twice. It's just not possible. Not a scream like that. And I thought, right. So we sat on the bench and I'm thinking, oh, I don't want to ask the question. I don't want to fucking ask it. And then we said, I think we asked, like, is someone just screamed who's in distress? Nothing for a bit. So I thought, oh, I might be able to keep me fucking stomach out my ass here for a little bit because I'm alright.
Yeah.
And I shit you not, the second time, it happened a second time. The most blood-curdling scream. It's the type of scream you only hear in movies, in films, shall I say. It's the only time you hear them. And this thing screamed with everything it had. Even Michael got up at the same time. He went, fuck that. Nope, leave. We are out. We are done. We didn't do no outro. We didn't even... I think we only stopped recording when I got halfway down the road.
He didn't even turn around. He just went straight on.
Yeah, it was just...
Didn't even turn around.
Fuck this.
Straight out.
Gone. We had to leave. There was no way whatever that was meant anything nice. The floor fucking shut. We did. We went back, but it did it again. That's what I'm saying. We went back.
Well, it was one or two things. You were either being warned off or told to come and help. I'd have went and had a look.
Well,
we did.
When we thought it was someone...
No, the first time I'd have went and had a look. I would have went back to the car. I'd have went and had a look.
Yeah, we went to the car and then we went to have a look. We looked everywhere and we thought, what the... do we have to call the police on this or something?
The only thing in that graveyard was me and Jamie and a shitload of graves. That was it.
But then the second time it happened, that's when I think we were getting the picture, get the fuck out and leave us alone.
Because the atmosphere just
Yeah, but
changes.
the thing is, you see, I mean, it might not have been somebody in the graveyard. It could have been someone outside the graveyard. So it could have been someone in distress there. You never know. I would have went and looked.
We looked outside the graveyard. We told you we looked up the road.
Yeah.
Towards the village.
Where the keep is.
Yeah, we looked towards the village.
Yeah.
And out there, no cars, no nothing. And we looked in the graveyard. There weren't no one there. Nothing. So when it happened the second time, it was pretty much telling us, you get the fuck out and you get out now. We do not want you here.
And you didn't try communicating with them or...
Not after the second time. We tried when we went back in after the first, because obviously we asked again. We were like, well, do you need help? Give us a sign. I think we did say, if you don't want us here.
Do it again, yeah.
Yeah, do it again if you don't want us here. Because we've never had anything like that there. We've had some creepy shit, but nothing like that. We're like, if you genuinely want us to leave...
That's why when we went back the second time, you were on edge.
No shit, I got... And then it screamed to the point where it was whatever it was or she was, it was pretty much stood beside us. Like, it wasn't from... it was from the other end of the
Could have
graveyard.
been a banshee, you never know.
I couldn't do fucking... If I seen it, I was starting to swing hands. But it was... It was to the point where whatever screamed at us wasn't down the back of the grave. It wasn't hid behind a gravestone.
It was the cemetery itself.
It was
stood
close.
with us. Like,
With you.
yeah. So like, if let's just say if it was a person, we could see them. They were stood in front of us. It's like a scream where they stood in front of you, in your face. That's how loud and close this thing was. And
now we got to go back. You've got me curiosity
and
again.
then we
I've
were
got to go listen to this now.
There was like, get fucked. Not only did this thing make the ground shake, like it wasn't. Oh, can you feel the bench move a little bit?
Well, when you said the first time, when you said the first time, you felt the ground rumbling and vibrating. Now my explanation would have been that there's a lot of mines up there, which there actually is. It could have been one of them subsiding or something like that. But when you said the scream bit came with it,
it's like the ground rumbling and then the scream. It's like the rumbling of the ground was it coming at us.
Yeah,
it was making its way to us
towards you.
Yeah, from the back of the grave.
I mean, Mark, I'm tingling now with excitement. I
know
know that sounds silly,
because
I'm actually tingling. I've got to go and have a look. I'm tingling with excitement. I want to go see this now.
The reason we knew it was coming towards us because Michael said, can you feel that? You know, like, he couldn't quite feel. He was like, oh, maybe I got pins and needles. I don't know. I went, that's the floor. Like, it wasn't the bench. That was the floor. And then it got heavier and heavier. And I was like, you know, for a second, you did think, is there a tractor coming or some shit? What the
the tractor or a heavy vehicle or something.
But obviously at night, you're going to see a tractor. You ain't going to miss a tractor.
Yeah.
You're really not going to miss one. And what the fuck's it doing in a graveyard? You know what I mean? I'm pretty sure it's hard to maneuver big ass tractor around gravestones.
Could be digging a grave.
And we even looked at the road thinking, like, driving past. Nothing. I mean, it was.
Or it could be an Arctic coming past you. Like you up the road as well.
It was like it was dead. It was pardon the pun. And then went back before we even got a question off about the ground. That's when the scream happened. It's like it just ran at us and fucking gave us everything. We were like, nah. I went in the car because I even said to Michael, I need to take 5. It's not happening. And it was that bad. I needed a break. I needed to stop. I needed to get out of them the grounds of the graveyard. I couldn't be in there.
That didn't scare me. What scared me was the second time it happened.
There's no way we were expecting it second time. Maybe like a knock or, you know, the equipment getting moved or something like that. That's what we were expecting because of the level of energy it would have had to do it twice. Was something. So when we said it the second time, like, nah, you know, maybe one of our devices will go off, which will be good, you know what I mean? Didn't even get a rumble. It didn't even get a warning. It was like, it's like if Sue came in now to you, Dad, and made the most blood-curdling scream in your ear. It hurt the eardrums. And not only did it hurt...
So whatever it was basically in your face.
Yeah. So, but we couldn't see it. So that's why it was more creepy. Because obviously when you can't see something like that, it's going to creep you out anyway. But not only did it hurt your ears, you felt it. You could feel it in your body. Like this thing just... It's like something passed through you kind of scream. Like the sound waves itself went through us.
Yeah.
And me and Michael, in synchronization, didn't even have to say anything. Both stood up. We were literally like going to the car, legging it to the car with the bags open, holding the bag closed. We didn't even zip up the bag, said, fuck, out. And Michael went, if you forgot anything, fucking leave it. we weren't going back for it.
Yeah, but you went back though, didn't you?
No, we weren't going. Yeah, we've been back since, but
we've been back twice.
Didn't you go back the same night?
No.
No.
So you actually stood outside the cemetery and this thing screamed at you again?
No, we were in the cemetery.
Twice. So we've gone out for a break. I had to stop.
So the first time it screamed, you got up and walked off.
Yeah.
And then you went back in and had done it again.
Yeah.
They'd done it again.
Yeah, that's a clarification I was looking for. I thought they'd done it twice while you were in there.
No.
Then you left.
No. So once it happened first time, I went out to the car. I was like, I'm going for it. I can't. That generally terrified me.
Yeah.
I had to take 5, and it's only because Michael's like, I don't know what that was. And I think it's because we went that night, and Michael knows how much I don't like that graveyard. I was pretty much the only reason I went back in. I went, no, fuck it. No, I've got it covered. I can do it. I can do it. I'm going back in. Fucking Billy Big Bollocks. And I walked in. And we sat down at the same spot. So, but now we've gone out, and now we're back in, and it happened again. And we were like, there's no way. Whatever's just done that clearly is strong enough. Is really strong to do it twice.
To stay away.
It wasn't even a nice can you leave. It was if it could speak, it was pretty much saying get the fuck out. Get out and get out now, and you are not welcome. You do not belong. Like, it was not nice. It wasn't a, oh my god, we're scared of you, please leave. It was, this is my territory, this is my grounds, and you will not be here.
Now, stuff like that, like I say, has got my curiosity because, like I say, I am now tingling with excitement because I want to go and witness this.
But we've been back.
It's stuff.
We've been back 2, maybe 3 times, and it's not happened again. The ground hasn't shook. There's been no screams.
Yeah, but it could. Do you know what I mean? It might have just been, I don't know, time of the year.
Just timing purely.
Did you remember the time, the date you got there, or?
It was summer, but we started during, like, it was more of, it was dawn type of time. It was like, it was the sun was going down. Not when the scream happened. Not when the scream happened at night, but I'm saying we were there for quite a while. And nothing was happening until, but that's what I want to tell people about this graveyard. And the thing, obviously, they think I'm over exaggerating. I'm not. When the light goes and it is dark, that place takes a new life. It's not, oh, it's creepy because it's graveyard and it's at night. That place, you can physically feel the atmosphere completely change, and it's like.
You went sat on somebody's grave when you were doing it.
No, we were sat on a bench. But when the light goes and when the light disappears in that place, it's like the grounds itself are telling you, you're in ours. This is ours.
Yeah.
Don't fuck around. Like, it's letting you know.
We'll do that again if that's all right. We'll go over it again as and when.
Fuck off.
Oh, you're not a dad, were you? Your dad's got bigger Billy bollocks than you two put together.
Give your head a wobble.
I get that. I get that you're curious, but I think even if that happened to anyone, it'd throw you off.
Yeah.
What happened?
I'm not saying it wouldn't, but I want to be there. I want to witness that. That's what I'm curious about. I've got
the only other thing.
This type of shit.
The only other thing that happened there, and the clarification we got is there was 3 of us looking at exactly the same fucking thing.
Yeah. Craig
was stood on the outside of the ruin of the church.
Just bear in mind that I had food poisoning.
Booga,
yeah.
Booga.
That's on camera. That's on camera.
So,
Jesus Christ, he banged it. He come in that fast and fucking do it to set him in.
So, Craig.
It's all right, laughing, Ginog.
So, Craig was.
Jesus Christ.
Craig was on the outside of the church.
Dad, listen, man.
I'm sorry. I mean, he's laughing his head up here.
Kick his face. He's the younger brother, remember? So, Craig was stood on the outside of the church, so he was stood in the graves. He was stood within the graves.
Yep.
Michael's dying because he had food poisoning.
I was on the floor.
So Craig's gone. Can you just come here? What? Can you just come here and make sure I'm not fucking tripping here? And then, can you tell me what you was seeing? So, all right. We've all stood in a line. We literally stood shoulder to shoulder. And we're looking. And there's this woman, I shit you not, there's this woman stood at a gravestone. Just fucking stood. Barely, and I mean, she was faint. You could see her, but not solidly. It's not like she was looking into our souls or anything.
Yeah, go on.
And we're all going, Michael's going, that's a woman? Craig's saying, yeah, fuck, definitely. And I'm like, can I go now? Nah, I'm done. Right? And he was like, we're all stood there. And he's going, and Craig's trying to speak to her, and she's not giving him the time of day. She's blanking him.
Yeah.
She ain't fucking looking at him. She ain't answering nothing. Not one. We all asked questions.
You could see like a very faint. It was a big dress. Yeah. Like a
Proper
very faint white dress.
You know, like when they used to have when they used to use them skirts, but they had like the metal, obviously things in it to keep it.
A chastity belt.
Oh yeah, I know.
They're them type of dresses.
Victorian dresses. Yeah.
And we're looking at her. And we all asked questions to her, trying to speak to her nicely. You know, we're not going, who the fuck are you? Oh my God, you're scary. We was like, excuse me, do you need help? Like, are you all right? Nothing. We were jack shit. And I shit you not, out of nowhere, she vanished into the ground. She didn't just disappear in the air, she went into the ground. She fucking just dropped. And we were all like, get fucked.
And that was in the same cemetery?
Yeah, all 3 of us. All 3 of us were looking at it.
We had the camera where she was and nothing.
Nothing.
It didn't pick anything up.
But we could see her with our own eyes.
We were going, can you show yourself to the camera? And she did not give a shit we were speaking to her. Not give care, right? And she just dropped. She just dropped into the floor, disappeared. Like, where the... And it wasn't...
Then we were like...
It was quick. It was quick when she dropped, but not quick enough where... We were like, oh, where did she go? No, we seen her go into the floor. And we're like... So we all scuttled over to the grave where she dropped into.
How did it
wasn't-
go? How did it go? I scuttled over.
We all scuttled over to the grave.
Like the fucking penguin.
But the grave she went into wasn't a woman's and it wasn't an adult's.
No.
I think it was only a young person and it was a boy, and we're like, what? So then we were
Could have been
thinking,
a child.
no, the person who was seen was a fully grown woman.
No, it could have been her child's grave. She was
That's
stood
what
at.
we were
Yeah,
thinking.
yeah.
We were thinking, is this the mother? And we're trying to contact her, going, is this your son? Are you the mum? Is it nothing? And we were all like, and I think we weren't scared because it was one of those moments again where we're like, all three of us just looked at the same thing. We were stood shoulder to shoulder, and she just fucking went into the ground. And Craig was like, well, yep. Because I think Craig was like, at that point, he was coming along quite often still, but he was like really trying to see something because he didn't quite see or hear anything at that point.
Yeah.
And then he seen that and he went, that's all I needed to know. Because he was like, like he was curious more than anything. He likes the paranormal.
It's with me. I'm just curious. I haven't seen anything. Yeah, I've heard a few things, but
he likes the paranormal. But he was like, I want to see or hear things. I need to. And I think when that happened, that was like the validation of Craig. He went,
well, that's all I need to see something. And
so Craig was like, yep, that's all I needed. Carried on like it was nothing. I'm like, what? Are you fucking insane? Like, are we
that's
all
all I
just...
need. That's what it is with me. I'm the same as Craig. I just need to see it.
How would you explain Eggleston Abbey? Could that just be in your eyes?
It could have been my eyes. That playing like tricks I like where the stairs go missing.
Okay, what about the time when we were at...
The scream could have been anything. I know it sounded like a baby, but I could have put that down.
I thought you meant ours.
Could have been
I
a
was like,
fox.
I mean, at first, yeah, when I heard it, I went, "What the fuck?"
Definitely sounded like a baby.
And my logic side kicked in. And it could be anything. That could be an animal. It could be something carried on the wind.
What about Easby Abbey in Richmond?
What happened to Richmond, like?
Well, when we were stood in the fucking the cellar bit, and we kept seeing that fella pop his head around the fucking door.
No, I couldn't see him.
You could.
I could smell salt. I could smell the sea. I'll give you that. That was a strong smell of the sea. Even Oliver smelt that. But I couldn't see anybody popping his head around.
What about when you were talking to the young boy?
The thing was, it was going through Jamie.
Okay.
I couldn't hear him.
Watch what you
You
say.
see what I mean? No, it was.
No,
I couldn't hear anything.
I get what you mean.
But I will admit, 100% people right. Even my youngest son, Oliver, picked up. It was the strongest smell of the sea I have ever smelled inside the middle of nowhere, in the middle of the countryside.
Yeah, we're not near the sea.
No, I couldn't explain that. Granted.
And
couldn't
then,
explain it.
But the thing is before that I was telling you that boy was lost at sea and he's come to find his mum and brother, and then you were like, but you're not near the sea.
Yeah.
And then we picked up the sea smell.
And I can't. That's what I said. I can't explain where that came from. That was. But I have said that's the strongest smell of the sea I've unless I'm stood at the seaside. That's the only time I've smelt it that strong is when we've been at South Gelve. We've been on Ricky Seafront.
Perfect
But I've got no explanation for it.
Yeah,
I think
mental.
I
can't explain it. I'll admit it. But that's what gets my curiosity. And I just want to see something. And I know you two were saying, even Oliver apparently seen whatever it was that you were looking at.
Yeah, you shit yourself.
They said, yeah, but it was the first time he'd ever
No,
been
I'm not
on
saying a
anything.
bad thing. I'm saying it was that much, obviously.
Popping her head around the corner. But me personally, I couldn't see anything.
In fact, Oliver seen something in the main chapel bit that none of us seen because we were walking back up the stairs and we went back in, and then Oliver started crying and sitting in the corner, and you were like, what's wrong? And Oliver, not one of us seen anything or felt anything, like, what's up with you? And he told you, and he said, there's a man in the corner with a hood up, and I don't like the look of him. And we were like, what? Bearing in mind, none of us said anything to Oliver, because we obviously didn't want to scare him too much, because he is only still a kid, and it was his first time, and it is a creep. And it is a scary thing going out and doing that when you're not used to it. Like, me and Michael have done it that many times that long. It's when we turn up at dark places, it's just another Saturday night.
Yeah.
It doesn't faze us. But when you do first start doing the paranormal, it is very creepy because it's like anything you get into new, you don't know what you're getting into. It's a creepy thing. But then when he was like, there's a man in the corner with a hood up, and I don't know if he said he had coloured eyes or anything, but I can't remember. He keeps looking at he was like, he keeps looking at me. Which then obviously put your back up, because obviously the youngest is now absolutely bricking it, which is perfectly fine. It's an understandable thing. I would if I seen someone stood in the corner with a hood up who's a ghost staring at me. I'd be like, what are you doing?
Karate chop him in his
No,
throat,
honestly.
in his ghost throat.
It's like, it's just, It's the thing is with these places is you can go back, but I think it's all down to pure luck. If you get something or you see something or you don't, it's pure luck and timing. It's not maybe if we do ever take you to the graveyard again, or we do go to Carlton purely by chance, you might see that thing we've seen.
Yeah,
in the
exactly.
woods.
That's what I mean.
You
So
never know.
I'm like Craig. Until I see something, I'm still going to be skeptical.
Well, it was
We
just
don't like
it,
taking
but
Craig
at the
now, 'cause
moment,
Craig's better at
I
than we
am
are.
just. With me, it's just insatiable curiosity.
yeah, it was the same at Spofford Castle,
All
wasn't
it
it,
is.
Dad? When
When you start talking about the stuff that you've seen and you've witnessed, I start to tingle. Yeah, I want to go because I get curious.
I think that's why we still do it, purely
I
because
mean, some people think I'm.
passionate.
Some people, you're mental, you eat after the fucking head. I wouldn't do that. But to me, it's curious. I want to see something. I'm just curious.
It was like.
Insatiable curiosity.
Can I speak now?
Oh yeah, sorry.
Thank you.
Hey, shut the fuck up, Dad.
Right. It was like the time we took him to Spofford Castle. Spofford Castle. Still can't say that fucking thing. And I done the torch thing, didn't I?
What, the leprechaun? Oh no, sorry.
I haven't done that for a while.
Yeah, I know.
And because I'd unscrewed the back, you were instantly like, yeah, but I forgot what you said.
Oh, when your torch was turning itself off and on.
Yeah, and you were like,
Yeah.
I can't believe it. And I instantly got what you were saying. I was like, well, yeah, you've got a point. But I did ask for it to turn on, and it turned on, and then you were like,
It turned on, yeah.
maybe not.
Maybe, but yeah. Because I knew you were having problems with it.
Mm.
You were having problems with the torch.
I was,
that
yeah.
night. And so I went, yeah, fair, no.
Bollocks.
He was
I didn't-
like
I didn't-
it was
I
like
was like,
70-30, weren't you? Weren't you like 70-30?
Is it?
There was a bit of silence.
I don't know, I was waiting for one of you to start. I thought Jamie was going to say something.
I was going to say something.
All right then, Barland Abbey.
Oh, fuck me.
No, hang on. How would you explain a picture? You can't explain that picture. The picture you got on your phone.
With that fucking thing. I haven't got a clue what that was.
That was
something or someone was stood there.
because
definitely.
I caught the exact same thing.
Yeah.
Only on yours, it was massive.
It was massive on mine. It was about what 8 to 10 foot tall.
No, it was bigger than that. It took the entire wall.
Big bastard. I can't explain that. But it could be down to a problem with the telephoto lens or the pixel lens of the Bitty Bob or the I don't know.
Might have been like
I just randomly took a picture because I wanted to take a picture out the front of the Barland Abbey gets all lit up, and I wanted to take a picture of that. When I took the picture, and then I went into the memory, have a look at it, I went, "What the fuck is that?" Because I didn't see that while I was taking the picture. If you know what I mean, it wasn't there. And then. Shut up.
Just admit it,
No,
please.
It's just an outline of something or someone stood there.
it did look
But it
like
was
someone.
And I went to my, what's that? And when I opened up and went to a wider field, what the fuck is that?
Pitch dark as
Couldn't think of what
well.
it was.
Well,
Yeah,
it
pitch black.
wasn't pitch dark.
It was a lot blacker than the rest of the deck because the
Yeah.
front of the abbey was all lit up like a Christmas tree because you had the lights on at the front on a night time. But it stood out because this bit was just black, but you could see a head, shoulders, but it just went down. And
Knees and toes.
I'm sorry, pigs, but they like to have a good laugh after watching one of these things.
I'm telling you, here and now, Dad just doesn't want to say it out loud because it'll scare him. He's seen shit. He knows there's things out there. He just daren't say it because he actually wants to sleep at night.
And yet he
That's
doesn't
why.
believe in Bigfoot. I mean Bigfoot.
Yeah. Fuck. Bigfoot is not real.
Oh, Sassy's watch.
Bigfoot
Sassy
is not
Scotch.
fucking real. Dad, will you just add?
I'm sorry, people.
there's
Every
things out
time we walk through the woods, right? Because we sometimes go for a lot of midnight walks in the night time.
there, every time you never come out anymore.
every time there's a snap of a twig, Michael goes, "It's fucking Bigfoot."
Actually, what the longest running thing is.
If you
which
can't
happens-
explain it, it's Bigfoot.
No, if actually what happens a lot of the times, and it's pretty much every time we go out now. Even happened last time I went out, is we'll be walking into somewhere and it'll be all dark and it'll be all creepy, And then for some reason, I've got a bone to pick with the fucking owls, right? 'Cause it happens every time. And Michael will tell you it happened last time we went out.
Twice.
We just stood there, right? We were stood there because we went outside because we thought someone was looking a bit dodgy. My car was obviously not near the church, so we went looking. Just make sure my car was there. Because if they broke in, funny you, dickhead, there's nothing worth nicking in the car.
No.
Go for it. I'd take it as a compliment that you think I can afford good things, so thank you.
Well, get on with the story.
Right? So we got out and we're coming back into the church and we thought, oh, mate, we're a bit on edge because things were starting to pick up a little bit anyway. Fucking owl comes out of the tree. Oh, my ass fell out. Oh, my ass fell out. I just, no, it just, because it happens every bloody time I go somewhere.
You know what Jamie's like when he gets scared, all effing and blinded and weird shit comes out of his mouth.
So like, I get violent, which Michael likes. Michael says it right. So like, if I get scared enough, I have these stages. So I'm either a bit fucking creeped out when I'm a bit on edge and I go quiet a little bit. Then I get scared, and I'm like, I think I'm done.
Walks like shit
no, I get scared, and then I'm like, right, I'm done. Then I get beyond that where I start getting fucking angry at whatever's messing with me. And that's when big balls start growing. But then Michael forgets, he goes, I'm going to have to edit that out, you dick. Because I'm sat there now, I'm at that point of being scared where I'm thinking this ghost or whatever is now messing with me, thinking it's clever. All right, who you fucking talking to, you in this and you in that. And I'm pretty much trying to start a fight with thin air, right? That's what I'm doing. I'm starting a fight with nothing. I'm calling it every name possible. And I mean, there's names in there that'll make a nun cry. Like, it's just not on. Some of the stuff I'm coming
basically, you're getting angry at yourself. That's all that is.
Yeah. And then I sit there and I go, I swear to God, when I die, I'm going to kick your ass. You and I always shout out peasant because 9 times out of 10 we're talking to obviously a different era. So I'm always going, you fucking peasant. Yeah, how would you like that, you little bitch? I dare you to show you. In fact, if you think you're hard, throw something, see what fucking happens. Right? And I'm sat there. So whenever I get to that point of scared, Michael finds it hilarious. Because when an owl does it, he's like, you're starting on an owl. I'm like, what are you doing?
You can't hear them.
You can when it comes out of a tree at first.
You can't because they're silent.
Yeah,
no, it shakes the tree.
I've hit 1 or 2 of them in the van, but
when it comes out of the tree and it's rattling the branches, not it itself, but like it's rattling the branches or the leaves, it just catches you off. And I'm like, you're doing your little dickhead. Swear God. If I had a bastard pellet gun. Or like when a pigeon does it, and I think I don't know if Michael's ever actually left it in the video. No, it's because they catch me off. So what it is we'll be stood out in nowhere, right? We'll be stood in the middle of nowhere, there'll be bushes, and something's kicked off, and we're all like, oh, what's this? And then a bastard bird will launch itself out of a tree, and I'm like, stop fucking doing that to me.
But you got scared the bloody thing.
Yeah, I know that.
Scared,
yeah, and it's got its own.
We're going off track again. You're talking about the birds and woody pigeons.
The birds and the bees.
What have you done?
Nothing.
I'm not editing this out. I can't.
Yeah,
it's too much.
That's why he's holding onto his camera because he's broke something.
Let's put that up there, shall we?
Yeah, he's broke it.
Sorry if anyone's watching. Just skip to whenever.
That's gonna have to stay there now.
Obviously, people listening can't see what he's doing.
I'm dropping everything and smashing everything because these things happen. But I still stand by one of the creepiest places is that bastard graveyard. I couldn't care less when anyone says, "Oh,
we're making an arrangement to go there as well." Walton Graveyard.
You say this right, but you're always like, "Nah, maybe another night, boys."
Wait, I've got a weekend off.
We have.
See, that's what I mean about you two. You think I don't get weekends off?
No, hang on.
Do.
What about the other week?
Usually when I was tired, I was knackered, so we'd worked all weekend. I won't be off. I won't be free now till New Year.
Still last year.
Right, so
I won't be free.
When it comes to New Year or after New Year, right? When you're free, you gotta let us know, and then if we make a plan to go out and you say no, get fucking asking you again.
Mm-hmm. No, seriously.
Seriously, I mean, yeah, okay. We'll go to Walton's first because I want to go to that one. I want to eat the scream and watch James run away with police.
I don't want. I'll wait in the car. I'll wait in the car.
I'll be back.
I'll wait in the car. No. So, ladies and gentlemen, that concludes another episode of the Life of Raleigh. So for me, Jamie, him, Michael, and
hey, Dad.
Dad. One of these days he's going to get really annoyed at us doing it. It's
Looks
been a
like he already
pleasure.
is.
It's been a pleasure. Once again.
Yeah, definitely been a pleasure.
Excuse me. Who's doing the outro? Me or you? I think it's me, isn't it? Yeah. Shh. Sorry. You'll meet that person screaming fucking sooner than you want to. So.
Would love to.
Yep. Shut up. Go and take your NyQuil and go
Just
to bed.
get on with it.
Just get on with it, will you?
So thank you for listening. Thank you for tuning in. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And before you say anything, you prick, right? If you want to ask us any questions or you have anything to say about any of the topics, or if there's even a topic you'd like for us to have a chat about, don't forget to comment. We will get back to you. You will be heard. Don't worry, we won't ignore you. So thank you, guys. So until the next one, bye-bye.
Bye. Take care.
Bye.